Throw some hearts in the chat, 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 throw some hearts in the chat. Hey, good evening. Back to another dissection on this lovely, lovely Thursday. I am your host, JustLatasha, and I'm excited about tonight because, man, I'm so sad all these great shows passed without me doing dissections. Like before I did my dissection series, I was kind of doing it with all these shows that I just genuinely loved. And so now that it's become a series, we definitely should have dissected Euphoria. But thank you to my patrons who have voted a patron exclusive vote to dissect this episode tonight. On Mondays, we are together doing Lovecraft Country. On Thursdays, we're doing an episode at random of your choosing. Welcome to the JustLatasha channel. Let's start off by giving it a thumbs up. Let's start off by subscribing. Let's start off by taking our shoes off, unbuckle your pants, let the belly breathe, get comfortable. We got a lot to discuss tonight. And this show alone was one of the most moving pieces of TV I have seen in a long time. I like to feel. I don't like to cry. I like to feel. I stay away from the drama, the lifetimes, the why my baby daddy had did that to me. I stay away from that. But if you can make me feel, then you got me, baby. If you're not doing so by now, let's fix that. Follow me on social media on Instagram at JustLatasha. Follow me on Twitter, JustLatasha404. I am preparing to, I'm sorry, I think a convict ran and is in my neighborhood. You can hear the whirring of engines and you know what I mean? You can hear it. I apologize in advance. I am gearing up to go into production for my sketch comedy series called JustLatasha's Interactions, a fictional, exaggerated version of my actual interactions on the internet and in my personal life. Incredible people attached to the project. Make sure you're following the show page, Interactions INNR Actions, on both Instagram and Twitter. I am also starring in the series, which I'm hella excited about. Y'all, I just practiced for the first time reading my lines. I just practiced my line. I think I'm a good actor, y'all. I was alone in my room, clapping a cheer for myself. But that's how you got to start out. And then you got to show other people your skill set and let them be the judge. But it's so much fun. And so I'm so excited. I'm so excited. If you're not a patron and you're missing out on exclusive, baby, we got an exclusive stream every Sunday, 3 p.m. EST on patreon.com/JustLatasha. I see so many of my patrons in the room, right chair, right now. Boozy Brunch Sundays only with my Patreons live, talking about the biggest topics in Black culture. Man, y'all, what we discussed last week, we be having a drink together, we be talking together. It's very cute. It's very cute. Get on over there, see what I offer. Any screenwriters in the room want feedback on your scripts, that's also on Patreon. Anybody want to on video one-on-one chat to me, talk to me in real time, that is also on Patreon. Is it next week or this week? Next week, we are dissecting the feature film Sorry to Bother You, only on Patreon. Shout out to Elle. Shout out to Christine, my two incredible supporters who show up in that video, and we just be having a conversation while we dissecting the movie together. It's fire. Good stuff over on Patreon. Who we got here tonight? Hi, y'all. I see Kalovna. Hey, Barty. What's up? Meek the Supreme is in here. Trini Boy Damien, always an incredible supporter. Thank you so much for being here, Damien. I see y'all. Monica Belkis, Myra Sharice, another incredible patron right here. I see y'all. Deidre, the Fallen One, Road Hill. Y'all incredible. Is we ready? Is we ready? Thank you for throwing up them hearts in the chat. Y'all know damn well there's a love room. We support, we love, we give good vibes, good energy all day. What's good? And that's it. My boss trying to talk to me, but guess what? It's our time. Euphoria, the pilot. I was going to try to pick a random episode in the series, but to try to explain where the characters are, who they are, what's going on, what their backstory is, that's a lot. And I think the pilot has so much. I'm so happy I chose the pilot because the pilot has so much good stuff in it. So this is a great choice, patrons. Y'all did a great job. Whew. All right, Euphoria, the pilot. I think it's getting more quiet now. It's getting more quiet. What's up, Christian? Welcome to the room. Here we go. Celebrating Zendaya and her historic Emmy win, right? Her role in Euphoria as best lead actress in a drama, beating Jennifer Aniston, beating Laura Linney. I don't even know who Laura Linney is, but she lost. I have my own personal feelings about the Emmys, but I can recognize how great of an award it is, what an achievement it is, and just seeing the joy on Zendaya and her family and friends' face when she got to hold that award. Black girl happy, make me happy. That's good enough for me. So we celebrating with her. We celebrating with her no matter what my personal feelings are. Don't matter. So shout out to Miss Zendaya. Now, in this series tonight, y'all, we're going to start off with this show talking about theme. And then what the show does is switch into color theory. So we're going to do both. But something unusual happened. Usually, an hour drama is about a 5-act story structure. Sometimes, like a Breaking Bad, it'll be like a 4-act story structure. Usually, you won't see a 3-act story structure. That's usually saved for half-hour TV shows. So this setup, I realized, was very special. They had a 10-minute teaser, very unusual. That's a long teaser. You might as well just do an act. It's a long teaser, but they had so much information to build to even start the story. So then to start the next 50 minutes, it turned into a 3-ish, 4-act story. It don't matter, but let's get into it. Our opening shot. Rue opens up, voiceover, blaming her mother, blaming the world for this violent birth that she didn't even want to be a part of. She says, I was crushed over and over by the cruel cervix of my mother, Leslie. Usually when you think you're born, you like grateful. Usually you're like I was born, like you celebrate your birthday and you're thankful to your mom for sacrificing her body, her time, her money, her energy, her attention, her dreams to help you be alive. Rue sees her birth as a destruction on herself, as something that's being imposed on her. How interesting. How interesting is that, right? I was crushed. And she refers to her birth as a loss, the first of many losses. So let's get into this L. We meet baby Rue, who has come out of her mama's body, and the first thing her little eyes land upon is George W. Bush addressing the tragedies of terrorism due to 9/11. So first thing her baby eyes see, and we can start posing some questions here. What is Rue and what she sees? What does it have to do with us? Are we the people victims to the actions of others? Do what other people want and their selfish motives and their greed afflict us? And which ways does that happen? How do we handle it? What becomes our healing? What becomes the thing that gives us motivation to continue to live? Are we casualties in the world's turmoils? Rachel says, even the choice of name as Rue, like a ruse. Kaluvna says, Zendaya is a Virgo queen. What's up, Virgo gang? Virgo gang. I mean, I don't want to brag. It's given top tier. I don't want to brag. It truly is given top tier. Sarai said, that pilot sucked you right into the plot and them characters. Sure did. Sure did. And Damien says, when Zendaya was on Dancing with the Stars back in 2012, I knew she was a star. I back in the beginning of quarantine, I was like standing Zendaya because I think it was the first time I had rewatched Euphoria, and I was like, I want to see more of her work because I knew she was a Disney kid, but I was never into like the Disney shows. And she had this video, I think, of her singing about like being Cinderella or something, but she was dancing on a stage in an empty theater, and I'm sure one of you guys watching will know. And she has this like really cool dance breakdown, and she looks right at the camera and she cracks her jaw, and she knows she's about to hit that move. She just, I say, go ahead, baby. I was recorded her, putting her on my Instagram story. I was like, go ahead, baby. She knew she was about to get that breakdown. Her voice said, I said, yes, Z. Yes, Khaled says, this opening and backstory explanation was everything. What a way to start the series. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's meet Mama. Let us meet Mama, who is often, I don't know if anyone realized, was barely shot in the same frame with Rue. They're always disconnected. Not always, but a lot of the times, a lot of these shots are usually like disconnected. And that means something emotional for them. There's an emotional gap between them, right? And it's not said. They do the pleasantries, they play their roles, but there's something that's driving these two apart. And as we meet Mom during Rue's childhood, when she's trying to understand the severity of her mental health, and Rue's mom is trying to comfort her while filling her pill bottle up, says, listen, Rue, there's a ton of great people who had mental, disorders just like you, right? Your favorite, Britney Spears, Van Gogh, Sylvia Plath. And there's this montage of all these greats either fatally hurting themselves. I'm trying to watch my words because YouTube do not like certain words. Fatally hurting themselves, or Britney Spears just having that full, very public mental breakdown, right? And so even the child listening to this live is like, well, what joy can I find in that? Those people had really terrible endings, you know what I mean? And so you can look at Rue's mom in this shot and see all these blockages in front of her, right? Because she's lying. Yeah, girl, it's great. You fine, you're okay. There's tons of people who have what you have, and you're doing, you're Britney, Britney got you. Okay. That mama lying, all that stuff in front of her, right? Rachel says, yes, the meaning of Rue is to severely regret something. She was basically named Regret. Oh, geez. Thank you for that, Rachel. Man. Oh, man. Khaled says, interesting. And the only time I actually remember them being in the same frame is when they're going at it and acting out against her. And those are the moments that are their truth. When they get to those emotional battles with each other, when Rue and her mom really go at each other's throats, that's the truth, right? But when they being nice, separate them. So we follow Rue through her childhood in this teaser, and similar to her birth, the world continues to crush her. She's no longer being uncomfortable and suffocated in this womb. She's being uncomfortable and suffocated in this room. All the kids leaning over, watching her. She cannot catch her breath. She cannot catch her breath, and she's a casualty of her own mind, a victim to her own mind, right? So if all of her heroes ended up one way, she doesn't really have much option on what her way out is. She's kind of only seeing and feeling that there's just one way to access this peace that I cannot find in my everyday life, no matter what pills my mama give me. So let's take a moment to look at Rue's layers. Let's look at her layers. Yeah, I know what happens when we see a character in a mirror. That means they are wearing a mask. They're falsifying their identity. But we see, and this is unusual, right? Usually when we see mirrors, it'd be the person in the mirror, but this one has 3. This one got 3. Y'all want to take a stab at it, or y'all want me to go? Y'all want to take a stab at these 3 layers? Y'all want me to go? Welcome, y'all. I want to see them brains out. I stand me some Zendaya. I stand. I mean, if I'm gonna tell you one thing, I'm gonna tell you that. I stand Zendaya. Once she stepped out of that Disney bubble, I said, now who is this? She's top 2 and she ain't 2. All right, Khaled with the first guess. Here we go. 1, who Rue pretends to be. 2, who Rue truly is. And 3, who Rue wants to be. Very nice. I like it. Anybody else want to take a stab? JR, why are you putting JR put knives in the chat? What up, Stephanie Brown? Look, Khaled, I'm with you. I'm with you here. 1, her truth, who she is, right? Nope, I lied. Let me rearrange. So your 1, mine is similar to your 1, but it's just a little off. Oh, Kalovna says she has 3 versions of herself, or maybe 3 represent her body, mind, and soul. That was cute, Kalovna. You getting spiritual on me. So Khaled, I'm gonna take it here. Khaled says 1, who Rue pretends to be. I said 1 was who people want her to be, because that 1 is in that reality, and that reality girl goes around lying, right? 2, Khaled said who Rue truly is. I said who she wants to be, because she's not allowed to be her true self. Her true self is a drug addict. Everybody yell at her about being a drug addict. She does not get positive reinforcement for that. What she really wants to do is sit in a ball and cry and do drugs all day. That's what she want to be. So that's your 3. Here's my 3. She is looking currently at a photo of her father who has passed due to cancer. He is no longer here. So if we think about how she views her birth, a crushing, violent happening to her. If we look at where her supposed heroes have ended up, people who were like her who have ended up, they mostly had 1 terrible ending to their life. Number 3, for me, that 3rd reflection, the one with the back facing, that's where she died. I think Rue began her journey in this series as the Walking Dead. There are some times where depression can have you so down where the only thing alive is your body, which is working on automatic, because you have responsibilities, you have people to wear that mask to, you have to go out and perform who people want you to be. And as she's looking at a photo of her past father, I think she already died. That's just me. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying it's the end all be all. We can hypothesize and throw whatever we want in the pot. Whatever we want in the pot. Sarai said maybe it was representative of her psyche, her memory, her emotions, and the issues she cannot acknowledge. Yeah, them deep buried ones, right? Yep. Rachel says, and her back is turned to us in front of 2 of them. So who is the Rue we see? That be that lie. That be that lie. Khaled, yeah, all of her classmates kept saying, I thought you died. Maybe she did die on the inside. You see what I mean? That's just me. You ain't got to take what I say. That's just me, right? And here, the one in reality lies to her mother. The only reason why she's in this bathroom is to steal some medicine, to steal some of these pills, right? To get high, doing that cough, open the door, flushing the toilet, trying to hide them sounds. She's walking around in this false identity. And this medicine that she's supposed to take to help her mental health, it's not working the way she would like. It's not giving her the feeling that she would like. So now what she has to do is weaponize medicine to get the high that she needs, to get the high that she wants. So what she's supposed to be using medicine for, she ain't using it for. She's weaponizing it. So let's see what else she does with this stuff. This is a shot when we, as the audience, for the first time, see Rue ingest drugs, and we see her go down this plane, right? And something really special here happens in editing, where they have this long exposure transition where the drugs, that line goes right over her face. And this drugs is on her computer laptop. The decal is of a galaxy, this really beautiful galaxy. And this drug is representative of two things. It's the only thing she's ever focused on. When I get out of school, I'm gonna go do that line and I'm gonna get the high that I need. And that it's on this galaxy decal this is her world. This is it. This is what she lives for, right? She cannot wait to get to this feeling. She describes it as that very slight moment of nothingness that allows her to leave all of her troubles. So now we found our theme. Now we have found our theme in this long ass teaser. Every single character in this show is looking for this single, ever fleeting moment of, you guessed it, euphoria. And this is exactly where Rue is when she does this line, this moment of euphoria. And now what we get to see is our color theme. Whenever a character hits their euphoria, chases it, desires it, kind of in it a little bit, we hit this beautiful pink, purple, blue color theme. It is the galaxy of that drug, that high that everyone is chasing, Exhibit A. Jamie said, come on, weaponizing medicine. Ooh. Damien said all those vertical lines in the shot reminded me of a cage. Absolutely. When she was in the bathroom. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have this theme of death. What's up, Sarai? We have this theme of death. Now in rehab, what we're looking at in this larger photo, addicts are made to face their own death. There's a mirror lying in the casket, right? And remember what we said in that third reflection from that bathroom shot. We meet that dead girl. We surely say hello to that dead girl. And Rue, looking at herself in this casket, has no reaction because as far as she's concerned, she's already dead, right? That little dead girl all the way back there just, hi, hey girl, hi, all right? Let's talk about the hoodie. I don't know about y'all, but I cried twice when that hoodie was revealed to be her daddy's hoodie in the finale. You had me. I was a mess. Her hoodie being her cloak of protection and strength, similar to this kind of shield, this powerful shield symbol she's got on her t-shirt, right? But she's holding this pin where she graduates rehab, she passes the test, she does what she's supposed to do. And this pin right here is a lie. This pin that she's holding, you did well, you're on your new chapter, you're about to start a new life. Nah, not really. She's still that girl that needs so much healing and protection and strength from what's happening inside. Was not attended to. Jasmine said, that hoodie had me boo-hooing. I was down, okay? I was down. And my real daddy, my not that I have a fake daddy, but my daddy walked in when I was tearing up and he was just like, like, what's going on over there? Like, oh man, Rachel said, I cried so many times. Yes, Jasmine, with the Donny Hathaway. I sung a lot of songs and I made some bad rhyme. Oh, I can't get deep. We try to get deep. I can't. Let's go back and pay attention to her family. She is super close to her sister Gia. And of course, we have that distance again. Look how far away her mother is. Don't greet her. Don't hug her. Don't walk up to her. Don't grab nothing. I'm gonna wait here by the car. I'll see you in a bit. Right? Look how far away they are. Now, I ain't into white, but I ain't really into little brain dead whites. But oh man, we meet Fezco. High school dropout, community drug dealer, friend to Rue, great friend to Rue. Damien said it earlier, let's look at all these lines, right? Let's look at all these lines. I don't know if it's his slow drawl or like that scar in his head or them lashes. I don't know what it is, but I don't usually do white. A. Barty said, he's adorable. Give me a little more than that. Give me a little more than that. But here, this town, y'all going off of Fez. This town is almost for Fez. It's like a prison. He is in prison. He's a high school dropout. He has no future. He's trapped here. He's going nowhere. This town in itself is his cage, even though he has the open world. He can't go anywhere. And if you continue to watch the series, you learn that he and his little brother are trying to pay the mortgage for the home, in which they're taking care of their grandmother, who's in like a vegetable state. I'm sorry, Belize. Say, not you, not you. I'm sorry, not you too. He do give me a little Mac Miller vibes. He do, but he got a little more grit to him. Mac is very cute. I like him a little street, ignorant. I like him. I don't know what it is, and I ain't from nor about that life. But look. We see Fez looking at Rue, him sitting, her standing over him, and we're kind of peering at him through this submissive angle, right? That angle where we're kind of pointing down at the character. He is under this girl's spell. She has such power over him. And you've watched the series, you watch how she constantly berates his boundaries, don't listen to him, take from him. She's allowed to do whatever she wants to this guy, and he's just like, I mean, it's cool. I like you, Rue. Look at this power structure between these two, right? And you would think it'd be the other way around. Wouldn't the drug dealer have the power over the addict? That is such an interesting relationship dynamic between characters. And I really, really, really love that. I'm sorry, I called somebody ignorant, did I? Jasmine says, Fez is so attractive to me. Nope, see, now she's at the spirit of Tamara. Tamara. The T and Tamara girl, not the white man's whore, please. So there's a poster right behind him, which I thought was visually interesting. And I'm not sure what it means. Maybe I want to go off in the chat a little bit about it, but this mermaid behind these bars, half the body outside of the water, half the body inside of the water, paired with where the lines cut him off, right? He has these stripes on, he has those blue jeans, he has that to the left, he has that blue wall panel, which cuts right off at his waist yet again, just like that mermaid, into this dark void. And then vertically, left and right, he has this super dark void, and then he's got this blue wall, like these very interesting depths paired with this mermaid. I don't know, what do it mean? What do it mean about Fez? Let's think about that. Let's think about that. And while we're thinking about that, I'm gonna tell y'all what else is going on. Rue is here. I mean, right after that first class, right after she's home from rehab, she's with Fez and she's gonna go buy drugs. Sarai says that poster colors and his shirt colors matching. Yeah, I didn't even realize that, but you absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Is he two beings in one? A fish and a human. Well, I wonder what that is. Yes, Damien said, didn't you say characters wearing stripes mean they're closed up? Absolutely. That's that guarded, jailed, imprisoned. Yep. All of it. All of it. Kala says, I wonder what the mermaid represents. Maybe ocean is the opposite of space. Fez bringing Rue back to Earth from her space fantasies. Well, now that you said it, actually, I wasn't going to say nothing, but now that I think about it, I'm a little bothered now. Let me tell you something. I like that because he is the one challenging her substance abuse as he's the one providing the substance. Khaled, you might have did something. I like the flavor. I like the flavor of that. In this scene, he's telling her, oh, that's dope. You found Jesus in rehab. And she was like, no. He's like, well, isn't that what rehab's for? Then later she's telling him why she uses drugs. And he's just like, shouldn't you be trying to get better? Like, shouldn't you, you know what I mean? Yes. He's the one that keeps her. Khaled, you spicy dog, you. Jasmine says he's really in a prison of his own. He doesn't want to deal drugs. He just wants to take care of his family. I take it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Y'all are brilliant. I really am here just to lead y'all, but when y'all are ready to drink the water, y'all be drinking. Slurp, slurp, let's go. Fez's little brother tells her about this new drug he has, and she imagines, or this is maybe just what's the word? Foreshadowing to what's going to happen later, or what this drug is like. But on this drug, again, we have our color theme matching the euphoria. When she partakes in these drugs, this is it, right? With the person that she feels euphoric with. Exhibit B, the high. She can create this galaxy. She can go off into her spacey world when she gets her hit. And something really awesome happens here again, too, is she's at this gas station to visit Fez to get these drugs, to obtain the drugs. And while sober, she enters the darkness. And when she has the drugs and has something to look forward to, that meaning of life, right? She steps into the light. I mean, if it was all that, I might do a little snort here or there too, because damn bitch. Damn bitch. Bernie said, I stay being late to these now. It's cool. When you get here, you get here. It's all love. It's all love. So we're going to change this a little bit, right? Because they still stay in these pinks and blues and these red and blues. But I think sometimes it can mean something slightly different, especially when it comes to these two characters. Here we have Nate in the pink shirt and we have Mckay in the blue shirt. Now, Nate, if y'all are familiar with the show, he is chaotic, right? He has a larger than life plan to constantly disturb his ex Maddie. And he's using Mckay's house while his parents are on vacation to throw this massive house party, which makes Mckay anxious and worried. Nate also constantly violates women. He tried to violate Rue by doing something to her body on a dance floor. So he's hot. Nate is hot. We can't call it. He's in a rage. He's in a constant high energy. He's too much. Versus Mckay, who's just trying to be like, that don't make no sense, man. Like, relax. Yo, like, look, things could go wrong. Logical, grounded, cool, blue. Hey, Barty says, Nate the devil ever since Satan. Sarai says, and the new drug could foreshadow to the over-infatuation Rue will have with Jules, right? Yes, making Jules the new drug. But she tried to do in the series. Well, if I can't do drugs and I can't drink, Jules has to be the next everything. August Alsina and the entanglement. And that's what she has to replace it. Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. We all want to fight Nate. What's good? What's good? So here we have I have an audience question for y'all. Why do y'all think Jules matches them both? Little red bag, pink skirt, little red butt, blue bike. Why do you think she matches them both? Okay, so Stephanie says, the mermaid animal spirit is a protector and a guide for the inward journey of healing and self-discovery, deals with emotion and healing. I'm into it. I like it. I'm into it. Absolutely. Because you guys watch the series, Zendaya's, I think, her most powerful scene in the entire series, banging down Fez's door to get some drugs, and he will not let her have any. Yep, you're gonna do the work. I'm not gonna help you kill yourself no more. Oh man, I said the word. I'm not gonna help you do the thing to yourself. Yes, Stephanie. Yes. Just Britt said his whole name. I hate Nathaniel. Why do we think Jules is into these colors? I don't even think I wrote a note here because I wanted to see what y'all was thinking. But I'll put something into it. I'll put something into it. Jules is both for me. She is she's very free. Sporadic, chaotic, does what she wants on the whim, light as a feather, stiff as a board. I'm sorry, that was just a line from The Craft. She's not stiff at all. But she does like whatever she's unpredictable is the word I would love to use. And at the same time, it's like she has like a Libra rising and like a Capricorn moon. Like she fly by the seat of her pants, but she can also very much ground herself. She's grounded with Ruth. She's grounded with her dad. Very light, airy, right? That's why I think she's both. But I don't know. I want to see what y'all think. We moving on, y'all, because y'all really did not hit that question at all. This is Jules' Euphoria. Swiping through Tinder, trying to chase her drug. These quick hookups, right? These fast, fleeting moments where she could just be sexual and in that little lovey romantic space. Because she describes to Rue why she does this. She's not about the sex. It's not about being in the bed with these people. It's everything leading up to it. The little conversations, the little messages, little meetups. Sometimes they're straight, sometimes they're DL, sometimes they have a family. It's just all of that, and I'm the one that they're choosing in the moment. That's what she likes. She's chasing these moments of feeling desirable. This is her euphoria. She sure don't, Bart. She said, Jules don't stay grounded for long, no, at all. At all. What's up, Libra Kolubna? The Libra man got work to do. I'm gonna tell y'all that. Here's my bitch. I'm gonna keep it funky with you, Chief. Maddie is her own euphoria, dog. Me, the baddest bitch. What? She knows it. She feels it and she knows it. She is her own euphoria. I can't. So here we meet Rue and her mother meeting again, super far away. But if we can kind of see one, we can't quite see the other. So even though they share a frame, it's these very opposite, somebody's hiding, somebody doing something views. Rue coming in, lying to her mother about where she was. She was out to go get some drugs. And her mother catching her in this. Don't come in here and lie to me, right? We see Rue blurred out, far away, behind all these objects obstructing her view. You can't quite see Rue. So I want to make some parallels right here. Rue's dad died. The world kills Rue, / Rue killing herself with the overuse of drugs. And Rue's mother says something really interesting when they have this fight in this scene, and Rue slams the door and gets out of her mother's way. That girl's gonna be the death of me. Ooh. Let's meet some more characters. We meet the sisters, Cassie and Lex. Cassie and Lex aren't often shot in the same scene. These sisters, these pair of sisters, they don't look alike. They're super disconnected from each other. They barely speak to each other, right? And we can look at this dining table, 2 chairs empty. Lex ran off to go pee for Rue so Rue could go back home and get a clean drug test. And there's another chair. Somebody's gone, right? Somebody's gone. Deidre asking the big questions, but is Maddie happy though? Ooh, that's what y'all feeling froggy. Ooh. Let's meet Jules back at her euphoria. once again. There was this really cool montage of her like getting dressed, these series of shots of her getting dressed, and she literally dresses up as the galaxy. And that's going to be really important, which I'll point out later. But she has the blue sparkly eyeshadow. She has these sparkly tights on. She has the pink fluffy bag. She has the sparkly blue top on, little pink hair, literally getting ready to meet her hookup in this shady, seedy motel. And you can see this galaxy is created on her and around her. That's going to mean so much. This entire display, this entire act, this entire moment is her euphoria. And so we can also ask here, there's layers to Jules as a character. As she's getting dressed, putting all these intricate little accessories, these pieces, the eyeshadow, the lip gloss, like everything is a whole moment. Her euphoria, thoroughly enjoying the performance of femininity. She puts so much energy into her look. She puts so much time into the way she presents herself to the world. This is her euphoria. Just this, the showcasing of her femininity. Lives for this. Pretty, soft, cute, fluffy, pink. Chanel said, I was getting to it. Come on, Chanel. I think Jules finds euphoria in the desirability and consumption of her femininity. Yes. Yes. Quindera says, I swear I did not have as much freedom as these kids do when I was in high school. My mama knew where my ass was at. Hello. It wasn't going down like this. Social media would have been so bad for my mental health if I was in high school. And I know it. I know it. I thank the heavens above I didn't have social media in high school. No way. Just no way. That is not nice, A-Bar-T. Whew, Chanel got one. Chanel got one. Let's get back to Mckay and Nate. I want to talk about this. We see these lines popping up again, right? We see this imprisonment popping up again for these boys. Now, in this scene, when the boys are prepping for this house party at Mckay's house, they start slut-shaming Mckay's girlfriend, Cassie, the blonde that we saw at that dinner table. And they're looking at her leaked nudes. They're looking at these leaked sex videos that she's made with a partner that she loved and trusted at the time. And somehow this video has gotten out. These boys are laughing at her, taunting her, disparaging her name. This is the happy place. This is the euphoria of masculinity, right? Look at the freedom these boys have, the power these boys have in their sexuality. They're all sitting there shirtless, titties out, nipples ablazed. But their bodies are completely desexualized. Their sexual engagements are completely void of shame and guilt. They brag to each other about what they've done to women, right? And they do this while sexualizing the stolen nudes of Cassie. Look who's against them. Or trying to be. Look who's attempting to be against them. Mckay sitting on the opposite side of the room. He kept his clothes on, not quite buying into it because he knows it's some BS. That's some bullshit. What are y'all talking about? And he likes Cassie. He loves Cassie. She's very special to him. He's trying to plead with them like this is a person and a person that I care about. And in doing this, he has his masculinity questioned, and he's in this prison of what's expected of young men. How you're supposed to go about sex as a man, how you're supposed to treat these girls. And on the way out, Nate says, let me give you some advice. You fuck her like the whore she is, and you throw her out like the rest of them. It's giving confusion. That cool prison on the stairs with his girl, Cassie. But he brought that toxic masculinity in the bedroom. The moment he wanted versus the moment he thought he was supposed to explore, engage in, right? Putting their relationship in a prison. It's in a prison of this boys club, of this patriarchy, of this brigade of masculinity. Their relationship is in this prison. But he took Nate's advice when he tries to sleep with her, and he ruins everything, choking her, hitting her, being violent, being weird, trying to engage with her in the way that these rules of masculinity declared that he acts. But look at them both in blue. They both don't want that. They're aligned with each other, and he's trying to force this thing on them. He apologizes. My bad. I ain't gonna do that. My bad. Ooh. Ooh. Jerk Queen says, I don't know how people binge this show. Chanel said, let's be real. Nate's euphoria is consuming women because that is the situation least likely to lead others wondering if he wants to consume men. Chanel, I don't even need to be here no more. Let me go. Y'all don't need me no more, right? I can go. Chanel, you win tonight's dissection. Chanel, you won. You won, man. You win tonight's dissection. Tonight's yours. Tonight is yours. Can I go? Can I leave? So everybody in chat agrees. Chanel won. Let's meet Dom Daddy. This moment, her femininity being consumed is Jules' euphoria. She lives in it, she breathes in it, but it don't. We meet Dom Daddy, her Tinder hookup, and this is not his euphoria. Maybe that little 2-pump hump he did on a motel bed, that was that fleeting moment of where he could just be himself. But he is so jealous of Jules's freedom to be herself. He wishes he can have that freedom outside, but there's absolutely no way. He is a married man. He is one of the most prominent figures in this town. He is very conservative. There's no way he can be a gay man outside. And he admires her freedom in this bleak motel room. Tarai says, when I found out it was McSteamy, I was gagged. McSteamy. Wait, y'all, who's McSteamy? Who is McSteamy? Y'all was uncomfortable. I'm not going to share too much about myself. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to Nate and Maddie. Are they playing amongst euphoria, or are they playing in the confines of the patriarchy, masculinity, boys club? Teetering the line, her in her pink dress, the red light, the blue nails, him in the red and blue. When Mckay and Cassie's relationship is imprisoned in this confine of this boys club masculinity, their relationship low-key thrives. Their euphoria is torturing each other. Him wanting to control Maddie, Maddie not being able to be controlled, and it drives them crazy, and it drives them towards each other. These lunatics. Oh, from Grey's Anatomy. Is Cassie the same girl from Little Fires? I don't think so. Hey, Barty. McSteamy is a name on Grey's Anatomy? He is from the very traumatic Grey's Anatomy. Oh my God. Yeah, not into drama. Let's meet Kat. I really, we're gonna talk about her real quick because I know we down to our 10 minutes. We're gonna talk about her real quick. Kat's euphoria. Resenting her virginity, and her euphoria is finding the power and freedom in sex. Someone who's never had sex before, but she want to be a bad bitch too. She sees her best friend Maddie just living it out, cracking it down. Everybody yelling at her, bitch, you need to go catch a dick. This ain't the 80s. The older people was mad that day. They ain't like that. They took the Twitter real hard that night. I remember it just like it was yesterday. Let's have a talk though. And Chanel, I'm riding with you on people's euphoria having their femininity consumed, right? Because look, Maddie's sexuality is presented as this self-serving and free and bad bitch who do what she wants, but really she's under Nate's spell. It's gag, right? Really, she's owned by Nate. She knows that. Kat wants freedom in sex, and eventually in the series becomes a dom. She becomes this dom. But when she's actually engaging in sex in her life, she's a dom on the internet, but in her actual life, her sexuality is being used by these loser boys, rejecting cute little boys that care about her and trying to be a savage, really misunderstanding the freedom in sex. And a lot of young girls make this mistake when it's just, we get to do whatever we want. We're bad bitches. Shout out to the Bad Bitch Brigade and Instagram baddies. And you're not realizing that you trying to find your freedom in sex is really you being used by men who shouldn't be touching you. And her storyline really, really, really pissed me off because she feels so powerful getting nutted on behind a dumpster at a carnival by this loser boy who works in a retail store. And Kat's sexuality and the freedom of her sexuality was not about her pleasure. Even as a dom on the internet, and these men are humiliating themselves and they're paying her to humiliate them, that's for their pleasure. They're getting off to that. There was no moment for Kat, this big-bodied, cute girl discovering herself, never having the conversation or the meeting of her own pleasure. I ain't like that. C-Flex runs as Kat's euphoria is getting attention and feeling powerful. Maybe because those are one of those fleeting moments of nothingness, right? Just that moment where I could just feel desired, even if for a second, even if it's a lie. Kiara says, "Don't yuck her yum." You're right. I'm just saying, if she was gonna get euphoric, have her get euphoric. Like, I think her euphoria is misguided. I don't think she knows what her euphoria is, to be honest with you. Or I don't think the writers know what her euphoria is. And in this room, she's trying to impress this boy from another school with the little two cute twin black boys in the room. And these boys are using this masculinity cage, right? This is where Mckay and Nate were originally having this conversation. They're using this cage of patriarchy to make her perform her sexuality for their pleasure. You're not a slut, show me. Yeah, what are you going to do? Take off your top. And she's trying to find agency. She's trying to find her own way around this arena, but she's obeying them. And it was so funny because you have these two twins in the room. They're virgins. They don't have any knowledge about sex beyond porn. And they're able to access power in this space more so than Kat. They're all virgins. And even these twin boys have more power in this space than Kat. This other kid, he may or may not have any sexual history, but he has all the power to dictate the sexuality that's happening in that room, the value of sex with Kat. He has the power to dictate that. So is this Kat's euphoria, or is she still trying to discover it? Maybe she thought this was her euphoria. I don't know. Naya says, Maddie uses her feminine to control Nate. She drives that man crazy. She drives that man crazy. So Nate, as Chanel dragged earlier, meets Jules. And unbeknownst to Jules, she just fucked Nate's daddy. Oh! I just want to just throw in here just for the quick gap to the conversation. Very tired of TV shows using DL stereotypes. The only reason why these boys are violent is because they're actually queer kids in hiding. It's getting a little tired for me. It's getting a little tired for me. Just me, just my personal little tidbit, right? Nate is discreetly queer like his father, who has this big conservative performance. He is Dom Daddy in the shadows, right? And what's this conservative secret, this quiet secret for his dad is this big, angry show for Nate, the same root. And we see Nate, the way Dom Daddy was looking at Jules, her playing into their euphoria. She was Dom Daddy's freedom. She is Nate's desire, Nate's true desire, right? Jules got a lot to play, because not only is who she is and the performance of herself euphoria, who she is has to be euphoria for so many people. She has to be this thing for so many other people. That's a lot. What is she, 16? It's a lot. Let's go back to Kat. She found euphoria in losing her virginity, but something's off. Something's off. And these colors for me solidified my little hinkling, my little spidey sense. These colors for me solidified it because there's red here. Little more passion, little more heat than the euphoria that we've been seeing, that cool, beautiful, come this your happy place euphoria. There's heat here. So she says to her friend, I lost my virginity and congrats. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. And Kat is not quite giving. She's like, I guess I had fun, I guess, right? She did something that she wanted to do, but at this point, it was for other people. She wanted to prove something to her friends. She wanted to prove something to the boys in the room. It wasn't for her, which drives her to become Miss Kitty Queen on the internet, because that's for her. Not sexually, because she has yet to find pleasure in the sex that she does engage with, but becoming that powerful performance of sexuality is where she found some pleasure, right? C-Flex Run said the boys threw her away after she had sex with dudes, still feeling empty afterwards. And it bees like that, especially for the girls. It bees like that. What do we just fuck for? It wasn't even good. She told her friend that, did you like it? Sure. It wasn't even good. Rue finds more euphoria. She got two. Rue's living the life, to be honest. she gets her crack cocaine and she gets her girl. And she get look at the lights going behind them. Look at Jules' shirt. Look at Jules' hair. We found another euphoria. Jules got to be too much to too many people. Chanel says, I think Kat's euphoria is a choice. She got manipulated into having sex first. All her other conquests were her choice and her active pursuit. And because her conquests were weak men, she feels power. Yep. I want Kat to have it all. It's my thing. I want Kat to be Dom Daddy on the internet. I want her to be Kitty Queen on the internet. And I want her sex to be the sex that she engaged in to be reciprocal. Not nutted on behind a Ferris wheel, even though it's what she wanted to do. Erin says, it's Zendaya being a whole lesbian for me. Look at that face. When Zendaya hit that red carpet in that gray suit, I said, is she sure? Her and Alicia Keys. Alicia had cornrows and Tim's on with baggy jeans on a photo shoot. And I said, ma'am, are you sure it's Swiss Beats for you? Hey, who am I? I'm just a guy watching TV, huh? Okay. Y'all, audience question. What's the story here? I want y'all to dissect before we get out of here. What is the story here? What do we think is happening? Erin says, I think she a little, you know. Damn, A Barty says drugs won't leave her. Drugs won't leave her though. That's cold. That's real cold. Let's dissect before we get out of here. What do we think is happening right here? Colors, relationships, euphorias. A Barty guesses that Jules is her healing. What do we think the story is here? Naya says, what's happening is that she's getting her new addiction. She looked hype on the blue bike. Okay. Replacing that one drug for another, replacing that one euphoria for another. All right. I like the way Naya said, what's happening is. Chanel says, Jules needs to feel something. Everything is dreary and blue, and her blood is the only pop of color on the screen. I like that. Using lighting techniques. I like it. What's up, Shy Podcast? Laura says, my pain is your pain. I'm going to take a stab at it here. And again, we all just guessing. While Rue can look on and see her euphoria, Jules is looking on and seeing a wound. Rue matches the blood. Khaled said, okay, Shy Podcast, your buff is my buff. Your deaf is my deaf. Erin says, I think Jules knows she'll be endlessly desired by Rue. It's giving wound vibes for me. It's giving the blood for me. Because knowing how they ended up, Rue, you got to carry Rue. You got to be dependent on Rue. She relies on you too much. You become her everything. You can't be somebody's everything, you know? So Khaled says, Jules has enough inner scars and wounds and the outer ones don't bother her. Ooh! Ooh! Mckay and Cassie. The red. I thought he brought, throughout this episode, he brought so much hurt and wound to this relationship because of everything he has to be. And again, someone here was looking at the light. I think it was Chanel who was looking at the light, how Cassie has all that light in front of her. Mckay has all this darkness behind him. And if you guys stick throughout the series, you guys see that Mckay was raised, wounded. He has an inner darkness inside that's very undetectable because he's soft and kind and gentle in his walking life, right? But when he taps into that, it gets real scary. This is heavy darkness behind him. And this relationship is in trouble. I'm not going to say from the colors and the light, it's his fault, but it's his fault. Full circle. Contrast to the opening shot. The last place Rue has ever known peace. From the womb to the room, she finds this new peace again. Right here. But That red. And we know how the show ends, right? A forceful, just like she was crushed and forced out of that beautiful, peaceful, humble abode of her mother's room, crushed from her mother's cruel cervix down into that world. There's an explosion coming between these two. Look at Jules' shirt. A bomb. A bomb is gonna come, huh? There's going to be a force to separate the two, force from Rue from her peace, right? And here we have Rue attempting to put her euphorias together in the same world, asking Jules the very last line, do you want to get high? But baby, that ain't made to last. Oh no. Thank you guys so much for being here for the dissection of Euphoria. What are some of your favorite TV shows? Put your favorite TV episodes ever in the comments, and we're going to do something at random every Thursday. On Mondays, we are live at 6 p.m. EST to dissect HBO's Lovecraft Country, which we are enjoying. Next week is episode 7. We've done so much work so far. It's getting complicated. People are dropping off the show like flies. We are the gladiators holding on. We got it. We can do it. I believe. Follow me on social media if you are not doing so just yet. Fix that. JustLatasha on Instagram, JustLatasha404 on Twitter. Follow my show page, JustLatasha's Interactions, my new sketch comedy series coming to you. We don't know when, but we're going to start going into production next month. I'm hella excited. If you're not following the show page, you're going to miss all the BTS shots, videos, what's going on. Everybody who helped crowdfund the show is going to get extra content. Anyone who's a Patreon is going to get extra content. Become a patron, patreon.com/JustLatasha for the exclusive Patreon exclusive stream every Sunday, Boozy Brunch Sundays, talking about the top big topics in Black culture, dragging our faves. It's good. And we just be having a whole blast. Content on content on content on content on content. Let me know your favorite TV episodes ever in the comments. Throw some hearts up in the chat. Hit that like button. Share the content. Subscribe. Tag HBO. Let them know this is the best thing you ever seen. Tag Lovecraft Country. Let them know this is the best thing you ever seen. Tag Euphoria and Zendaya. Tell her congratulations for that beautiful Black girl set in history with that big ass award. Absolutely. And I'm up out of here, y'all. See y'all in the DMs. Bye.